Aloha everyone. How are you guys doing? I think you should be able to see me now. Let me get my phone over here. Adrian or Greg can text message me and let me know if the video or the sound isn't doing well. Let's make sure that we're recording this before we get started. Adrian, you going to record? There's a record button up there. If it doesn't say it's a recording, I will start it right away. There we go. The session is recording. Okay. Hi there, everyone. How you guys doing? Okay, first of all, I just got to warn you straight up. Uh-oh. I just got a text message from Adrian. Hold on just a second. I started recording. Everything's good. Okay. Here we go. How are you guys doing? I just got back from Italy. I was on a vacation for, I don't know. I think it was about three and a half weeks. We're in LA right now. Ethan's right over there in the bed. He's chilling out. And you guys have to forgive me because I got to tell you right out of the gate, in Rome right now, it's 4 a.m. I do time zone changes pretty well compared to most people, and about an hour and a half ago I kept saying over and over again, holy cow, I am so ready to pass out. So I'm doing the best I can with the resources that I have right now. Nestor, is there any video? You should be able to see me. You guys should be able to see me right now. If you can't, that could be on your side. Let me just double check before we get started. Adrian, are you able to see? Or Greg, either one, text message me and let me know. Because it says that I have the webcam going. Yeah, it says, sorry, Nestor, man, it says that I got the webcam going. Jack says I can't see. I'm waiting for a text message. Tracy has video.
Hey, man.
Okay. Yeah, Greg.
Yeah, your video is working, and for those of you that can't see it, see if there's a little double bar at the top of your window somewhere to drag down for your video. Thanks,
Thank you.
Muting.
Thanks, Greg. Okay, there we go. So here's the deal. We're pretty good with GoToWebinar. I'm saying this with a lot of love and respect. We're pretty good with GoToWebinar. I can see my video going over there. I'm not doing a screen share. I will explain that in a moment. And we record these. So if you're not able to see it, you're not able to hear it, great. Here's the deal. Video and audio are going right now. If you can't see it or hear it, that's on your side. We got it going. So let's get going with this. First of all, I just got back from vacation, so I'm going to be moving a little bit, how do you say, mellow. I'm going to be chill on this webinar. I want to give you guys some updates as to what we're doing with Beachbody. I want to give you some tips as to what you can do to help improve your position in Beachbody. I want to share with you what we've been doing, the sales funnel, and everything else that I possibly can. I also want to let you know I'm on my son's computer right now. He graciously let me borrow his computer. My daughter, in her infinite wisdom, accidentally kicked over a full glass of water on my computer, and I am now 5 days in without a computer, and Apple says it'll be another 5 before they replace every single thing in that computer. The aluminum was salvageable. Everything else is going to be replaced. Go 10 days without a computer. It's pretty interesting. Right now I'm surviving on my iPhone and my iPad. So I don't have any slides for you, even though Greg created a whole bunch of beautiful slides. I got no slides for you, and in addition to that, I just got some updates. That's it. You got me, you're good to go. So let's go. First of all, to me, the most important part of this conversation that we're having tonight is how do you begin to participate in what we're doing with Beachbody. It's October of last year. October, Greg and I, we went to Boston and we tested. We said, let's see how this Beachbody thing goes. I mean, literally, October, it was a complete test. You back up even earlier than that. May? April or May? April or May of 2014, I met Jason. You guys got to get who Jason is. He's not on the call right now. He was thinking that he might be able to jump on. I don't see him on here. If he jumps on, we're going to make him an organizer, give him an opportunity to give you guys some tips. Jason has roughly 20-25% of all Beachbody coaches under his team. At last count, he has 50,000 people under him. We're a team in his team. I met him at the practitioner training, and when he found out that I was doing P90X and was recommended by Greg to come to the NLP training, the two of us began to talk, and we hit it off, and he schooled me. I mean, he straight up sat me down and said, why are you not talking to people about this? Never mind the money part, never mind how much he's made. He just said, with everything you just told people about helping them get healthy, helping them get total health, how are you not sharing this with them? I honestly believed that people would abreact to it, or people would do it and not get the results. And he taught me about Beachbody. He taught me about how they approach things, and at the very least got me comfortable with get on stage and talk about this. I've met so many people since I've begun to talk about this that have said Beachbody has saved their life. Beachbody has given them their health back. Beachbody has helped them to get in the best shape of their life. And man, you go online, you don't find a lot of complaints about Beachbody. I think you find more complaints about me than you do Beachbody. Seriously. It's incredible. I mean, amazing workouts. So I sat there and I went, okay, let's start talking about Beachbody. Let's put that information out there. Let's get Beachbody there. Let's make it a part of what we're doing. Greg, he's a guy that I wanted to hire for a number of years. When he did trainers training, I thought he would be an amazing presenter, dedicated to this path. And I talked with him, and he said, I'm doing it as a business. He brought up network marketing, MLM. I put a fucking cross up. I'm like, no. I said, no MLM. I'm Amway, new skin. I've been there, done that. Fuck that. Pardon my language. We're recording. My God. I don't want to be a part of this. Then he explained it to me. He explained what it is. I got it. Jason explained it. I got it. It made perfect sense. So Greg and I, in October, we said, let's test. Let's go to Boston and test. I did a 15-minute talk, and about a third of the room, maybe a little bit more, I mean, got up and ran to the back table to sign up. Most of them not having any clue as to what they're signing up for. It was incredible to watch, and I sat there and I thought all I did was talk about it for 15 minutes before the last break, and we had the bulk of the room going to run for it. I looked at Greg and I said, okay, we're doing it. I got to admit to you guys, we didn't know what we were doing at that point. Let me be really clear. We knew about Beachbody. Greg was very clear on their model. Greg understood what you needed to do. We weren't clear on how we were taking part in this. Jason, my man Jason, who on a recent post referred to me as his mentor, of course, in NLP, Hunan and whatnot. If I was ever going to talk to someone, and if there was ever anyone that I would call as my fitness mentor, it would be this guy. Not just because of his knowledge with Beachbody, his knowledge with fitness. This guy's been doing this for a while. He's given me tips that are amazing, have helped me out a ton. We didn't know what we were doing at that point, not from a Beachbody perspective, but from how we wanted to add value to this. And Jason, on his recent trip over to Denver, went with Greg over to Denver to help Dr. John and Greg out in Denver. He gave a beautiful metaphor. And I can relate to this metaphor from a Hawaiian perspective. And what Jason said is that before there are roads, there are paths. It's true. Where I live in Kona, right behind the house, is a path where the Hawaiians used to walk from Kona to Waimea or to Hilo. Before you have a road, there's a path. And one or two people can travel the path and walk down it. And they got to clear the space. More and more people begin to walk that path. Eventually, people begin to smooth the path out. And all of a sudden, the path is smooth, and maybe you can take 4 or 5 people with you. You guys can walk together. More and more people begin to travel this path. You can clear out a little bit more and smooth it out, and maybe you can ride a bicycle down this path. Maybe you can bring a few more people with you. Then one day, people see this path that they're running, and they begin to smooth out even more, and they pave it. And like in Italy, you have these, one-lane roads that 2 cars got to go around each other. Then one day, it becomes a 2-lane road, and then a 4-lane road. And pretty soon you have a superhighway going through there. This idea of a path doesn't start with a superhighway. A path doesn't start with, I'm thinking in Italian, you got to forgive me, an autostrada. Autostrada is the term in Italy where you got this place where people are driving at about 120 miles per hour, and the grandmas are driving by you like you're going slow. That doesn't happen right away. That takes time. I posted a video for you guys while I was in Italy. I showed you a part of my house there. That's my place. That didn't happen overnight. Ethan is old enough to remember when we lived in a single-bedroom apartment, and we had air mattresses that we would inflate, and we would sleep on those. He loved that memory. He enjoyed that time. 8 years later, we have a place in Italy. 2 years after that, we can finally go on vacation there. I think it was actually 3 years. Things don't happen overnight. They just don't. Things take time. I'm sharing this with you because when we launched this in October, we understood Beachbody. We understood what we wanted to do with Beachbody, but we didn't understand the full model of it. The cool part is that we've gone from just paving a little bit of a pathway to let's bring a whole bunch of people down this pathway. How do we bring more and more people down this to make it possible for them to not just get in the best shape of their life, to make a living doing this? My first check from Beachbody was like $100. Boston. A few people signed up. I got $100. I was like, wow, $100. I can buy a couple of apps for my daughter and, 1/10 of an iPhone. I don't know. To date, I've made 5 figures. To date, I made 5 figures. Greg is breaking 4 figures every month to the tune of roughly about $3,500 a month right now. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen instantaneously. Things take time. But we're building up our team, and we're doing it in an amazing way. What we have done for you, and this is straight up for you. You guys got to get this. I'm always going to say this. Yes, it is going to benefit me. It's going to benefit Greg. It's going to benefit everyone. Here's what we've done for you. We've built you a sales funnel. We have built you a sales funnel for here's how you go from no client to a coach underneath you. Not only that, we've gotten people to run the sales funnel. Pardon me. I got 2 people on the call right now. I'm just scrolling through to see who's on here. We got Tracy on here. We got Terrell on here. These 2 have launched and come in as this part of this team and are jumping in. Greg and I like to say full tilt boogie. These 2 individuals have come on this team and they're dedicating. They are jumping in. I got a bunch of people on here that are doing a lot of stuff, and I so appreciate it. Donna's on here, Drew, Kaori. You've spent so much time with Greg. Mariana, one of my original coaches, is on here. I mean, we have some amazing individuals on this call, people that I know. I know you guys. You guys are dedicated. You guys are absolutely dedicated. Here's our dedication to you. Beachbody says, here's the idea. Give someone a sample of it, take them through a challenge, take them through another challenge, turn them into a coach. Goodbye and good luck. We've built it for you. We have now set up an entire system. We're getting to the point where we're paving this road and getting ready to put cars on it. Set up a system where we teach you how to give a free intake to show them where their health is, to a quick challenge, the Kapu challenge, a longer challenge that we're going to have people running for you, that you get people in on the early stage. We will help you run all the way through and get them to become a coach. Get them to become a coach. That helps you. That helps you, not just from a spiritual perspective where you're helping someone else improve their life, from a monetary perspective. Spiritual, physical. You link those two together. Spiritual, you're helping people out energetically, emotionally, mentally, monetarily. You're helping you. You're putting money in your bottom. And people who you sign up, they're going to be able to become a part of our team. That's going to benefit them because they can go out there and help other people and utilize our information. Jason has 50,000 coaches under him, 50,000. His team is the largest team in Beachbody. And when he sat down in Denver with Greg and said, show me what you guys are doing, he changed the name of his training program to match ours and is using our training program, using our material, and going to be using our sales funnel. It's not far off from what he's doing. The way we're doing it and the way we've included energy, mindset, emotion, we're giving it to him for free for the team building aspect of it. No, I'm not going to get any benefit from the people above me in the network marketing getting this information, but you know how much Jason has helped us? It's incredible. He's helped us set this whole thing up, make it possible for you guys to make a living doing this. It took him 2 or 3 years. It took him 2 or 3 years to get to the point where he went, as an engineer, I'm making less money than a Beachbody coach. It took another 4 years after that to be making 5 figures a week. This guy makes over 10 grand a week. A week. Do the math on that. This guy's making bank. It took time. I applaud those of you who are on this webinar, those of you who are watching it, because we have people that are dropping out. We have people that are going, I haven't seen anything. The funny part is the people that say I haven't seen anything, they haven't done anything either. I mean, they haven't even read their emails. They haven't even looked at how Beachbody has set this up. They've done nothing, and they have 0 patience. I got a ton of patience. I can lose everything that I have today, and I can make it back. I can set a 10, 20-year goal, piece of the cake. I have patience. This Beachbody thing is going to grow, and it's going to become huge. It's a win, 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 win. I can keep saying win. It's a win for everyone. The amazing thing is the team that we are building, we're not just doing it for you. We're helping you. We already have people that are like, I love your idea, but I want to do this with it. Ayurvedic. Okay, do it. I love this idea. I want to do this with it. I want to incorporate yoga. Okay, do it. Take all of our material and do it because it benefits everyone. You guys got to see bigger picture. You got to see down the road. You need to see long term, and I know you guys already do. So let's start with some real simple basics. Number 1, I want to say you need to become a living example of this, but some of you think you need to become me. Greg gave me feedback on this. Greg gave me feedback and said a lot of people have talked to Greg and gone, I'm not Dr. Matt. I'm not fit like him. I'm not, on stage with 100 people. Please, you guys, I have pictures 10 years ago. I had no body like this. 7 years ago. Drew is on here. Drew, you've been with me for 10 years now? I better open up the question area. He'll probably answer that one. I think he's been with me for 10 years. He was around in the early days. Yeah, 10 years. Drew's been with me for 10 years. He remembers what I looked like before Beachbody. He came and worked for the company. He came and worked for Kona University. God, former Microsoft dude, total brain. I mean, this guy, he created the internet. You guys thank him for the internet. He made the whole internet. It's all true. Drew's laughing right now. Serious note. He was working with a company and he saw a change in my physical body. He instantly asked me, "What are you doing?" He was there when I first started doing Beachbody. I don't know. I didn't want to tell him at first, and I did. I eventually did. Here's my point. I didn't look like how I look now. I wasn't making the money off of Beachbody like I'm making now. He saw a slight difference, and he wanted to know because we had such a great level of rapport. We're creating a sales funnel that's based on one simple thing. If you look like anything is changing, just your level of happiness, what are you doing? I'm doing something amazing. I'm improving my health. Would you like to improve your health? We're going to teach you how to do sales on this. We're going to teach you how to improve your ability to do sales. It's going to help. It's going to not just help you, it's going to help the people around you. It's going to be incredible. Greg has already built a website. Greg, I want to bring you in and have you talk about the website a little bit. Would that be all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, go for it.
Can you hear me? Okay, so we've got a few websites, Matt, so I'll just run through them first. And I'm going to tell you some domains, you guys. I'll put this on Facebook, but you can write these down as well. It should bring some of this together. We have one main website, which I call our team page, and that is the www.empowermentfitnetwork.com. And I'll put these on Facebook, but this is our main team page where we're posting some resources for you as well as our calendar or our schedule. And the reason that's important too is because one of the resources there is how to write your bio, and that's one of the first steps to get going. And then the schedule that you'll see on there is I'm now working with Dr. Matt and Dr. John and Jason and scheduling a bunch of different things for us, and that will be updated in the next week or so. The next website I built out is just a template right now is www.coachgregallen.com. That's ALLAN. And the reason that that's important is because this is the website that Dr. Matt was talking about Tracy and Terrell are starting to build out for themselves. So as we teach coaches to do the free assessment, then the CAPU challenge and the Empowerment Fit challenge, if somebody wants to, they can get a copy of that website, brand it to their own style, connect it to their coaching codes, use the same concept for the Empowerment Fit challenge, but change it to your own. So for example, as Dr. Matt mentioned, we have a coach that wants to do the Ayurvedic Fit challenge. So she can take the Empowerment Fit challenge layout, the way it was written, because it's written in trainer's training format, and just change it to Ayurvedic language and come up with 9 different steps and have her own customized challenge. So you don't have to come up with how to model a challenge on your own. Use that exact same thing, copy as much of that language as you want, and just come up with your own steps. And then you can also check out www.capuchallenge.com, and that will give you all the information on those challenges. Ultimately, what the goal is to do is, as we have new coaches, show you how to join the CAPU challenge, then go into the Fit challenge, and then customize your own if you want to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. I just made Jason an organizer, and he's playing around with the video. I can see you, Jason. I can see you.
So that's the direction. If you guys have questions on that, email me at greg@nlp.com, and I can address it, or you can post them here right now, and we can talk about it.
So one of the things that Greg and I want to do is we're going to begin to run weekly group meetings for Beachbody. And I'm going to recommend to all of you guys that you read The Slight Edge. The Slight Edge is an amazing book. The Slight Edge basically is a guy that went from making a ton of money to losing it all to making another ton of money in the area of personal growth. And the realization came to him that the formula for making money, the formula for being successful, the formula for being healthy, it's out there for everyone, that anyone can go get that formula. Anyone can go out there and create that level of success. So what is the difference between the person that does it and doesn't do it? That's what he differentiated on. When I recommended this to my students, a lot of them emailed me and said, this is what you've been saying to me. This is what you've been saying in all of your trainings. I've heard this a million times. It was neat to hear it from another person. And what this guy who wrote The Slight Edge basically said is that how to make money, how to be successful, these formulas exist everywhere. The difference between the person who succeeds and achieves it and doesn't is this simple little thing. It's mindset, it's philosophy. Greg and I have a very simple philosophy, and that is that we share what we have, we give, and everything's going to come back. I've always had a simple philosophy in my trainings. If I focus on the training and I under-promise, over-deliver, it's 4 a.m. for me in Italy. Under-promise, over-deliver, create an amazing amount of opportunity, an amazing amount of success for people. Everything else will take care of itself. We've had a simple philosophy that if we do that, everything else will handle itself. Jason's on this call right now. Jason's the guy that I would consider to be my mentor, not just in Beachbody and fitness, an amazing individual. And he wants to not just incorporate what we're doing, but incorporate NLP and all these other things into his team, the largest team in Beachbody, 50,000 people under him. He wants to put that in there because it's going to make not just a difference for him, for the people that he coaches, for the people that he mentors, for the people that he guides. It's a win-win. And you know, some people might sit there and go, well, why would you do that? It doesn't do any benefit to me to do that. In my humble opinion, it does. It absolutely does. And when you operate from that philosophy, when you operate from that approach, it transforms your bottom line. Not money-wise, total. Happiness, just joy in life, fulfillment. He gave me kudos when I posted that video looking at the Italy house and said, amazing success. I appreciated that because from a guy who is killing it in Beachbody, for him to give me kudos on that, that was incredible. It didn't happen overnight. This is what you guys have to remember. We as a team are going to rise together. We're not the biggest team under Jason. We're not. He's got bigger teams than we have. He has people that are killing it in Beachbody. And yet we're taking an approach that's incorporating all of the things that we teach, NLP, HUNA, all of this stuff, and looking at how can we create a sales funnel for you that simplifies all of the Beachbody material, all of the NLP. How can we put something together to help you get people from the very beginning all the way through to coaches? Because the more money that you make, the more success that you have, the more the whole team succeeds. And that's just it. That's the simple philosophy. And when you go in there with that mindset, it transforms everything. Jason, I can see you. I don't know if everyone else can see you, but I can see you. Wait, I muted you. Hold on, Jason's talking. Jason, I want to just have you, anything that you want to add. Wait, I got to unmute you. You came on, I think I muted you. My bad. Okay, unmute. Jason, anything you want to add to this?
Apologize if you've been seeing my not so clean bedroom, but you can see, you know, I live and eat and breathe and basically sleep Beachbody. You know, this is what I do. And yeah, like when Matt posted his video, it talked a little bit about retention, you know, there in in Italy, I think really what I said was like, I'm so happy to see you taking some time off, enjoying the fruit of your labor, because we all know how hard he works. And, you know, how hard are we working for you? I don't think you guys all see like the sweat and tears and blood that Greg goes through, but he really believes in this all his heart. You guys missed a great presentation that he gave for the business just this last weekend in Denver. But I think really the most exciting thing about Denver was the time that we get to spend together that talks about the long-term goals, you know, because, you know, my income at this point is pretty good. I could go off to Italy and hang out there probably for the rest of my life if I wanted to, but Matt always talks about harmony and balance in life, and the thing that's going to bring me more harmony and more balance in my life is truly helping other people. We met a great new prospect out there in Denver this weekend in Eve Parker, and she is somebody that's already released, I think she says over 150, maybe close to 200 pounds, and she speaks to the whole other audience that's not going to listen to a guy with a six-pack or, you know, a successful guy making hundreds of thousands of dollars here with NLP. And that's the market that we really want to hit. So when Greg and I get together this last weekend, we talk about how do we build this beyond ourselves. And we've put together, I think, a really great plan. He's already shared a number of the websites that he has for you. But it's like my mission right now is to complete a training package and program where it's like it's fun and it's intuitive, and we're not telling people at stage 1 how to do stage 1,000 things. We're taking people through the business inch by inch, learning the repetitive process. And I guess just to put it in a nutshell, and it's already out there to some extent, you could look at it now if you want, but you know, the way that people learn, like if you were going to go become a waitress at Denny's, you know, you go the first day and you follow around another waitress, and then given a day or two later, then maybe the waitress follows you around and you take all the orders, and then after 3-4 days, it's like you're on your own and somebody's off in the background watching. Well, we're creating that by creating these existing challenge groups, the Kapu Challenge and the 21-day challenge that we're doing, and that structure will always be there. So you go through it the first month and you get your results and you see how it works. The second month, now you do it, but all these people that are seeing what you've done want to do it with you. And so, you know, you've got this group of people, and this is where your business grows, this is where you become memorable, this is where you make money doing it. And then you might do that 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 or 100 months in a row. But at some point you might say, you know, like I individually have something to add. I'm a kiteboarder. And what if I wanted to get a bunch of different kiteboarders together and we could talk about the fitness that makes us more maneuverable or stronger so we can go out and do our thing. And that's where you've become that last stage of being the waitress, and you start running your own groups. And this grows beyond Greg and Jason and Matt. And that's the thing I'm most excited about, is to help other people empower themselves, get this message out to Eve Parker's group and all the other ham operators or kiteboarders that are out there. And when we can see this grow beyond us, using the NLP techniques and the experiences and ventures that I've had, and the tips and tools and trainings that Greg and I are making, that's the successful part, where then I can think about go retiring in Italy.
You're going to come hang out in Italy with me? That'd be scary.
The figurative Italy, wherever that is.
The figure. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. There's an amazing gym where we got our house over there, and I love going into that gym. I love it. There was a guy, and he came up to me in, I think it was like the second to the last day that I was there working out, and he started speaking to me in Italian, and I did not have a clue as to what he was saying. But I picked up a few words here and there, and he was asking me, what did you do to get so fit? And I had broken Italian, and he had broken English. And I said to him, I said, I don't know if it's here. It's called Beachbody, P90X. And he's like, oh, I've heard of that. It works. And I just looked down and I went, this is all I've done. That's it. I mean, that's literally it. When you do this, you become a walking advertisement. It sells itself. And what we want to do is we want to create a team that everything becomes very simple. I love what Jason said. We got to keep it simple. People want simplicity. They want to be healthy. They want to be fit. And then when they get healthy and fit, maybe they want to help other people get healthy and fit. It's not rocket science. At that point, it's how do I help them understand that they can become healthy and fit? My son got this. He's here in the room with me. He's about to pass out. We're both on Italy time. It's 4 a.m. for the two of us, 4:37 to be exact. He got it. The moment I explained network marketing and MLM, after learning it from my mentor here, Jason, he took a look at me and he said, where am I in this Beachbody thing? And I'm like, you're not 18 yet. He's like, well, that's not fucking fair. He was really pissed off. We reserved a spot for him. We put it under my mom's name, and he's going to slide in when he's 18. He loves Shakeology. For him, he got it right away because the entire thing is how people his generation, and in between my generation and his generation, how they think. You post something on Facebook. Look at me. I have a bicep now. How did you do that? Beachbody. Talk to me. I'll help you do it. That's how people operate now. We are on the cutting edge of business. We are on the cutting edge of how things are going to happen in the future. And on top of that, by adding energy, by adding mindset, NLP, by adding emotional stuff, MER, and the Beachbody product, putting it all together, we are creating a team that is going to make a huge difference. You got to stay active. By active, I don't just mean doing Shakeology, doing your workout. You need to stay active as in participating in what we're doing here. Greg, Jason, and I, we are putting so much into this. And Jason doesn't need to be here. This man could go live on the beach in Italy. And I'm a little bit jealous of that. I'll catch up at some point. Probably won't. Because if I'm in his team, it'll help him grow over and over again. But I mean, I got to admit, this guy could be doing anything, and he's on a webinar here with us, our tiny little team, and he's on a webinar with us. He's got 50,000 coaches under him. He's the biggest guy in Beachbody. Why? Because we're doing something remarkable here. And the people that are dropping out, it boggles my mind. It really does. Because I sit there and I go, man, it's like we're handing you the golden goose, and you don't even want to talk to it. I'm handing you the golden goose and going, here's the golden goose. All you have to do is just pet this thing every once in a while and talk to it, and everything will be good. And some people are dropping out. It's okay. Greg and I want to focus on the people that want to do something with this. Greg and I want to focus on the people that are taking action. And that's just it, plain and simple. So here's what we're planning. We're planning on having weekly webinars or conference calls, whatever it is that we can do. If I'm not available because I'm teaching, Greg will do it. If Greg's not available, Dr. John will do it. If the three of us are not available, we'll have someone come in. We have a lot of people in Beachbody, people that are helping out with our program that can jump in and say, here's what I did. We want to start doing weekly calls. Next week, not going to happen. It's the week after that. The week after that, we're going to begin doing weekly calls. You guys should jump on. Start making a commitment. Have a simple thing. Do it, continue doing it, and it becomes a habit. I was on vacation for 3.5 weeks. I wanted to work out 9 times. I ended up working out 11. I didn't do a quick count. It was either 11 or 12. I ended up exceeding my goal because for me, working out is the norm. Ethan and I got here to LA he's about to pass out. Yesterday? Yeah, he nodded. We landed yesterday. I woke up this morning, I was down in the gym, I did chest and back, and then I did ab ripper X. I did P90X, chest and back, and then ab ripper X. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. I got up and worked out. Not because I'm crazy, well, okay, maybe I am, because the norm is go work out. My norm is work out. That didn't happen overnight. What you guys have to understand is that the habits that Jason, Greg, and I are wanting to give to you take time to install. This morning I drank my Shakeology. You got to just start drinking it every morning. You want to know the coolest thing that I heard on my vacation? Like about what we're talking about here. never mind the funnest things that I had on vacation. My mom looks across the table from me. We're 5 days into the vacation. My mom looks across the table and she says, I don't feel as good as I did a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, why? What happened, Mom? She said, I didn't bring any Shakeology with me. She said, the best I've ever felt is being on Shakeology and doing this stuff. And I leaned back and I went, holy cow, I sold my mom on Shakeology. My mom is such a believer on Shakeology right now. It is incredible. I asked her this like 3 times. I'm like, Mom, are you sure? She's like, I have never felt better on something. She said, when I was drinking my Shakeology, when I was doing these things, she said, I felt so good. You guys don't get to point at me and say, you're Dr. Matt, you get up on stage and tell people to do stuff. I sold my mom on Shakeology. She doesn't give a shit who I am. I mean, she does, but she doesn't look at me like, oh, you're Dr. Matt, you're NLP.com. I got my mom hooked on Shakeology. If I can get my mom hooked on Shakeology, you guys have no excuse, period. That's a done thing. My dental hygienist wants me to sit down with her and explain how Body Beast works. I've so prepped her on Beachbody that she wants to be a major part of this. She does CrossFit, and she's had like fractured bones because of it and atrophy in her leg because of her fractured bones. I'm like, do Body Beast, no offense to any of you who do CrossFit. It's just the fucking risk is so high in comparison to the reward. My whole point in telling you guys this is that I have sold people on these things that don't give a rip who I am. Yeah, I can get up in front of a group of people. Yes, I can motivate 20-30% of the room to go sign up for Beachbody. I've sold people who have no like, oh my God, it's you, nothing, and they get it. Here's what you got to do. You got to dedicate. You got to make it a habit. Shakeology is a habit for me at this point. Working out is a habit. It didn't happen overnight. You got to commit to that. You commit to that, we're committing to you. Let me be really clear. Jason, Greg, and I, we are committing to you to help you become successful. But you got to commit to something. You got to commit to something. Shakeology, working out, you have to become a part of this because we can't do everything for you. We can do a lot. Can't do everything for you. And everything that we're doing, yes, it benefits us. Yes, it adds to our success. We can't be successful without you being successful. That's the amazing thing about network marketing. Let me be really clear. If we help you be successful, we'll be even more successful. So we gain a benefit from this, and so do you. It's incredible. I love this network marketing approach, and I'm really looking forward to the future. I'm really looking forward to the future of this and where we go with it. That's all I have to say. We're going to be doing weekly calls, weekly webinars. I will not be as jet-lagged. Technically, I'm not jet-lagged because I haven't passed out. My head hasn't hit the table yet. It's 4:45 a.m. It's my Apple Watch. I got a new band for it, too. It's like nice, isn't it? Ethan got his Apple Watch. He's super excited about it. He's barely awake right now. Okay, anyway, Greg, anything to add? If not, let's look at some questions and see if we got anything. Garland, my man. Garland, you said you need to get the programs that you want to use. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm a big P90X fan. I'm a really big, that's the body style that I want. P90X, I incorporate P90X, P90X Plus, and P90X2 yoga. P90X2 yoga, I really like that one. Yeah, you got to find the program that works for you. That's it, plain and simple. Abigail, are the existing 21-day fit challenges the best way to start new clients off? No, we've created an entire sales funnel for you. There's a health assessment, there's a 3-day refresh, and then the 21-day challenge. the easiest sales approach for you, and we're going to have an upcoming webinar on selling people into the sales funnel and how to get people. The best thing that you can do is do the sales funnel yourself. Join the challenges. Do all of them. I did. Man, come on, you guys. I did the 3-day refresh the first time we ran it. I did the 21-day challenge with you guys, day by day. All of it. I did it with you guys. Man, that first 3-day refresh, that was a killer for me. I had low energy. My son, my daughter were begging me to never do it again. I mean, I have never done a cleanse before. That 3-day refresh was, shit, man, I lost 10 pounds. 10 pounds in 3 days. It blew all the toxins out of my body. It was incredible. I have done it with you guys. Do the challenge. People will see the difference. That will make a difference for you. What if they don't want to be a coach and they just want to sign up as a client? Fine. That's how Jason started. Jason's still on here. Wait. Abigail, Jason started that way. He just wanted to be a client. He just wanted to do P90X. He just wanted to get in the best shape of his life. And it took him, Jason, you're on, 2 years before you became a coach?
Say again?
You started off doing the workout to get in amazing shape, and then how long before you became a coach?
Well, I first started the workouts, yeah, when I went through a divorce. I mean, you won't be able to see it, but like these are my before and after pictures. I wasn't even sure if I was attractive to like somebody else, but the thing I knew was like the woman that I wanted to date or whatever, and I knew that it took my own fitness to get there, and I had tried the programs before, so I really just committed to the workouts, and I knew there was this thing called coaching. It had changed since the time I first started, and this second time around for me, but I didn't want to become a coach to make money, but I said if somebody's inspired by my results, I'll figure it out. And so I really did it for, just like Matt said, you know, I did a full round of Power 90 and a full round of P90X. So about 6-7 months to get the results you saw on the card. And then that guy came out of the woodwork. I saw somebody had the opportunity to help, and then I committed to it. So yeah, it was like 7 months. And even during that, my first 4 or 5 months, I would say 6 months, I made $3.64. So if there's anybody on this call that's been doing it for less than 4 months and made more than $3, you're beating me. And really, I mean, that's why I like the ideas of, even if it's the 3-day refresh challenge or if it's the 21-day challenge, like the trick is to go and do it. Like Matt's mom says, I'm the same way. Like I wouldn't say that when I take Shakeology daily, my hair grows faster and my nails are stronger and I have more energy, but I distinctly notice the weeks where I stop taking it. And that's, I'm like, why do I feel so sluggish or bored, or my skin looks weird, which it does now. And it's because I haven't been taking Shakeology daily. So yeah, the trick is not to go out there and sell it to the world. It's to improve your own lifestyle by doing one of these groups. And when you do it, you become a walking billboard. I mean, I say that figuratively, but I also have a tattoo that says Body by P90X. And when you're living and breathing the stuff, whether that's just better movements like Sumi's aunt used to say, or you know, Matt's mom saying she has more energy, or getting towards the six-pack. I mean, look at how lean Matt looks now, and that's a long way from where he's been. And Dr. John also down 30-40 pounds. Every little step like that, I mean, if it's losing 3 or 4 pounds on the 3-day refresh, makes you feel something different. You show that to other people. They get involved because they want to try it too. And then somewhere along the way, they realize that they can help other people with this. And if you've done the 30, 40, 50 pounds or had a transformation like Matt has, yes, we can get paid for it. But at some point, it's you owe it to like share this knowledge that you've gained with other people. And trust me, you're not stealing money from them or hindering them if you're giving them a solution out of a diabetes or heart disease or high cholesterol and, you know, low energy and movement. So yeah, I think the trick is just to figure out why it works good for you. If you resonate with the whole NLP and learning more about it, which I totally do, I'm all in. I'm going to trainers training and everything else this summer. it only makes sense to integrate this all together. It's, you know, the three selves in the one body. So
nice. Yeah, Jason's going to be there at trainer training with Ethan. I don't know if you guys should be in the same group or not. I'm kind of scared about that a little bit. Ethan's passing out right now, though. He's on Italy time. He's about ready to go bye-bye. Nick, you said, how do I start marketing this? How do I get going? Nick, we're going to do more webinars on that. We got past webinars on it, on how to get going. Beachbody has how to get going. Our team has how to get going. And so we're going to give you all of that information for sure. Donna, you said Tai Chi is awesome. That's great. I agree. You got to find your workout. I mean, you straight up need to figure out your workout. I will say this over and over again. It's nothing against the guy. I'm just not a big fan of T25 or Insanity Max. It's not my thing. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm a big fan of P90X. Tony Horton cracks me up, man, and his workouts are killer. And Jason got me all set up on the P90X one-on-one thing. I've modified my workouts. I'm 7 or 8 years into this stuff, though. I mean, I've been doing it for a while now. You guys got to appreciate that. In the beginning, I followed one workout. I loved it. I got results from it. That was the main thing. So, Linda, you asked about Shakeology. You says, does Shakeology have soy? That's where I got to turn this over to Greg or Jason. I take the vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I had a filet mignon for dinner. I am definitely an eater of the cow. I'm going to do a whole webinar on my diet. I am on a very specific diet. It's slightly different than what Beachbody promotes. Not that Beachbody's is wrong, just I'm on my diet. It helped me. I went from 235 pounds down to 155. So I have my own success story. So I'm very clear on what diet works for me. But yet I do the vegan Shakeology. The whey protein does not work for me. Whey comes from milk. Not a big fan of it. I don't like the milk protein. Jason, do you know if the vegan has any soy in it? I thought it has brown rice protein. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
it's primarily fermented brown rice protein, and the fermentation makes it a little bit softer, so it's not as gritty. And then it's pea protein, and there's one other ingredient. I don't think it's soy. I think they've tried to avoid soy, but if it is, it's trace amounts. And if you were super bad against soy, you do have the normal option, which is the whey. So.
Correct. Okay.
I would Google it.
Hey, Matt,
yeah.
The vegan is pea, oat, and rice. No soy in any of them.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. So, Linda, I know that we're getting close to an hour here, and I want to emphasize one more thing, Linda. This isn't just for you. This is for the entire team. Since the 90s, I've been teaching NLP. I have endorsed 2 products on stage wholeheartedly in the past 3 decades. One of them had to do with investments and stock, and the other one has to do with this, Beachbody. So I don't like soy, and I don't like whey. I will admit that. My mom, she loves the whey Shakeology. That's her. Some people love whey. I love the vegan Shakeology. My whole point of bringing this up is that I don't sit around and routinely endorse other products. This is very rare for me, and I'm all in with this. So I love the fact that there was no soy in there because I'm not a big fan of it. So Linda, no soy in either of them. Jack, I'm a peanut. Drew is like, no soy. Thanks, guys. Linda, thanks, guys. Or I could just read my bag. Yeah, that's true too. But no, we're here to help you out. We're here. Greg's here to help you out. And I got to tell you though, our team's getting bigger and bigger. So we're going to begin to establish some very simple rules. If you're inactive, then we're going to make everything available to you. Webinars, whatnot. If you're active, then we're going to do group support. We're going to do, like what we're doing right now, where we answer whatever questions you guys have. If you're active and participating fully, then you're going to have access to Greg. Greg's going to jump on the phone with you. Greg is jumping on the phone with people that haven't even read their emails. Jason will testify to this. Beachbody has made it so that it is easy for an individual on their own to become successful. And I've told Greg, with the number of people that we have on our team, you can't be jumping on the call with every single person. A lot of people that call up Greg are sitting there going, how do I get started? Greg's like, well, that's in the first email that I sent you, and the second email tells you what to do. If you're not reading your emails, I'm telling Greg that he has to focus on the people that want to be successful. It's the book, The Slight Edge. 5% of the people that are out there are going to make a difference. We need to focus on those. I want you guys to be successful. So is Greg. The people that hit 1 diamond, 2 diamond, shit, I'll jump on the call with you. I will jump on the phone with you and say, here's what I have done. I'll give you my workout changes. I'm not trying to make Jason seem like he's so far out there. I don't think Jason jumps on a webinar with every single group that's under him. He probably jumps on the one, I can see him right now. He's just smiling and nodding. He jumps on the ones that are making a difference, that are actually doing something. So we need to maximize our time. I got 5 people that are really participating big time in this. I got 5. 3 of them are talking to you right now, me, Jason, and Greg. We need to start focusing in on the people that are making a difference. And we'll jump on the phone with you. We will absolutely handhold you and help you out as much as we can. The rest of you, we love you too. And we're going to do group calls with you. We're going to give you all the information. At some point, you got to do something. There's only so much we can do for you. We need you to do something too. Get on your home delivery, start drinking your Shakeology, start doing your workouts, make a difference in your life, and we'll make a difference in others. That's the big thing right here. Greg, anything else you want to add before as we are right on 1 hour?
Yeah, I'll add a little bit to that just as a real practical example about just doing a little bit of homework and research. When I post the webinars, I literally get like 50 or 60 responses saying, will a recording be posted? And that's great, I totally get the question, but it then puts me in the position I either have to ignore 50 or 60 emails or spend my time, answering 50 or 60 people. So it's just an hour of time that I would rather spend helping people customize their challenges and building. So just from that perspective, it is helpful to do some of that work up front. And then if we could get people to do more interaction on the team Facebook page, then when people have answers, we can answer there, and then it helps our entire community of people, and then it starts to leverage time so that then we can help coaches build their custom challenges or do what they got to do, and just be conscious of the time that way. And I think it'll be really helpful and help us succeed even faster.
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, Jason, go ahead.
Am I on? Yeah. Yeah, the way I've heard this explained is exactly like Matt's saying. You can look at the Slight Edge or the Compound Effect, all these books that talk about the way to build a business. And 80% of the people, or 20% of the people are always going to do 80% of the results. And the best analogies I've heard is it's like having a horse farm. It's like you feed all the horses, but your race horses are in the best stalls, closest to you as possible, get all the attention because, they're the ones that you're taking out to the race. The thing that keeps me up at night, to be honest, is when I don't feel that we have enough information for the horses way out in the field to ever get in the barn. And so, honestly, I literally haven't slept. That's not true. I slept like 6 hours last night. But it's making this website, and I mean, Greg and Matt would attest, this has always been my thing about how we can get the best tools out there to make training fun, because nobody here wants to get an email a day that says you got to go do these 10 things and that's what's going to make your business great. But it literally comes down to the example of this waitress scenario. You have to see one done, and then you can run one yourself, and before you know it, it grows beyond you where you've got to create your own thing. And that's exactly what this training is going to be. It's going to be 5 steps. You can log in through Facebook. It's going to ask you about your values and what you're trying to achieve so we know how better to connect with you. And then it's going to say, hey, here's what you do. This is when the next group starts. And honestly, the best way to do this is get involved in a group. Better yet, send out some emails to some friends that say, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds and I want 5 people to keep me accountable. So will you do it with me? And so we're going to create all the structure. We're going to do the work, and all you have to do is invite your people to it. And you do that 2 or 3 times, you see the money come in, and then when your people start bringing in other people, that's where they ask about coaching. And I hate if that's oversimplifying it. And through the training process, when you ask, like, how do I find my coach's number to send out in a link on coaching codes? I sent Greg a frequently asked question today, and it's something that we're providing on the websites is a new frequently asked question section where we, again, it's 80% 20. Like 80% of the time, we're answering the same 20% of the questions over and over again. So if we can build that into the frequently asked questions and take you through exactly where you find your coach number in the back office or exactly how to put that link into coaching codes so that you send out the invites or the best video invites to your team. You do this once or twice and it becomes second nature. And we've got a lot of people working on this. The thing that I'm sad to see, and again, another thing that keeps me up at night is when we see some of the people falling off that really want to make this work, really want to be involved in TEP and the whole fitness group that we're making. Because, it's not so much that I'm so sad to lose one person. I'm sad because you signed up for this for a particular reason. You wanted health or you wanted income and you wanted to be part of this thing. I know where we're going because I've been doing this for 8 years. I remember being that new guy that thought it couldn't work. But when we create a simple, tangible process that we can do over and over again, I know where this leads to in 8 years. In my case, it led to about $2.7 million and up to $15,000 a week. And we're going to get there. We're going to have industry best tools based upon the people that we have working on this and the quality of the stuff that we have out. So it's not that I don't want to see any one person leave, and if you've tried this and it's not the right thing for you, by all means, that's fine. Thank you for trying, but don't be disappointed when 5 years from now you would have been the one that had the opportunity to have hundreds of thousands of volume points under you and earning 4 or 5 figures a week, because I know that's where we're going. Matt talks about Italy and meeting people over there. The truth is in the next 3-4 years, we will have expansion into Europe. Expansion into Mexico is happening. One of the next countries after that is Australia. And you can't take my word for it. Like, I said that about Canada for 3 years, and it probably took 4 years to happen. But now we are open to Canada. And there's 250,000 active coaches in this country. But when we travel places outside into Europe, there's people that are still asking about these products. So when it does go international borders, like the difference from me to Matt seems big right now, or the distance from me to you seems even bigger when we have 250,000 coaches. But if we have 1 million coaches, you know what? Those margins decrease. And that's the neat, exciting thing about this. Focus on making your foundation now. That's another thing that the Slide Edge talks about, is building on a strong foundation. And if you can make that strong foundation now, like I see people like Wei and other new coaches in this team doing, it starts to grow beyond you when you just keep doing these same duplicatable things over and over. And mark my words, like, I'm going to be here in another 8 years from now. We're going to keep building these tools because that's what makes me feel best in me. Like, I say this all the time, but on my deathbed, it's not going to be like, well, could I have made an extra $5,000 this week? No, it's like, who else did I help accomplish their dreams? And that's almost all that, I work towards anymore. And you're the people that we've chosen to do this with. Like Matt says, I don't get on calls with the people in the back part of the barn. It's the workhorses and the racehorses that have this mission and vision and want to help other people, that I make myself available even though I need to do my workout and I still need to eat clean, and I'm making tools for the team. So sorry, I get passionate.
Awesome. No. Totally awesome that you get passionate. I mean, Abigail asked an amazing question. She says, how many people are on our team? I don't know, Abigail. The guy that you've just been hearing from, who is an amazing individual, our team, we're a part of his team as well. That would be 50,000 out of all of the Beachbody coaches. So the word our team, you got 3 people on here. I have 20 plus years of experience in NLP and HUNA. Greg has 20 plus years in the Marines, so physical fitness is something that is not new to him. We got Jason, who is the foremost expert on network marketing in Beachbody. because 25% of all Beachbody coaches are on his team. I don't know what better team you could be a part of. Our specific team where you are, I have no idea. How about we just say 50,000? About 50,000 people on the team that you're a part of, and you have 3 experts, and I know that's tooting my own horn along with them, but you guys got to recognize, man, the person that you just heard from, Jason, this guy knows how to do network marketing and knows Beachbody inside and out. The fact that he's on here with us is a testament to our tiny little team and his 50,000 people. And he's making a part of his team our process. We're combining everything. He's given us everything that he knows about network marketing, and in return, without any questions asked, man, we're just like, here's NLP, here's HUNA, here's everything. Let's just share everything that we know because it's going to make everyone successful. You guys are on an amazing team. And by team, I mean the 3 of us that you guys got on here. Pauline, challenges are great. Absolutely. I agree. I'm going to jump on all the challenges. I'm going to do a 3-day refresh with you guys. Eating in Italy is amazing. The food there is so fresh. Now that I'm back in the U.S., I've eaten a few meals here, and I've already freaking bloated. It's incredible. I'm going to do a 3-day refresh just to nuke whatever I've gotten back here. Thank you, Dr. Matt Pauline. You're welcome. Thank you for heading up the challenges. And Linda, yes, modeling. This guy that you've been talking with, Jason, yes, modeling, NLP modeling, 100%. He's a master practitioner of NLP. I don't need to explain any more than we're looking at how he set his team up because he's the dude right there. Nestor, what's a reasonable healthy time period to lose 10 pounds? Depends on how big you are. It really does. As a doctor of psychology and understanding health psychology, it depends on how big you are. I lost 10 pounds in 3 days during the 3-day refresh. People who are very large can lose 10 pounds rapidly. People who are very thin, 10 pounds could be death. So that's not a question that I can just answer right off the top of my head. An offer we can't refuse. Linda, of course not. Nestor, 220 pounds. Muscle or fat, buddy? I mean, Nestor, I'm not being crazy here. 220 pounds, what body fat percentage? I mean, if you're talking about no lean muscle and it's mostly fat, 10 pounds is days. Easily. Days. 220 pounds of pure muscle, 10 pounds would be scary. You're in trouble. Okay, if it's mostly fat, then anywhere between 2 and 3 weeks and a month is going to be a healthy time frame to lose 10 pounds. But yeah, I apologize, Nestor. I apologize. It's not, how quickly can I lose 10 pounds is not an easy one to answer. Let's take a step back for a moment. And I know we've ran over, and I'm totally okay doing that. Let's take a step back for a moment. People want these, I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to lose 20 pounds. Stop thinking about weight. What do you want to feel like as a healthy individual? No, I could stand up and I could show you my wine weight. I've just been in Italy. I have some red wine along my waistband here and some white wine over here. But I don't care. I wear a size 30 jeans. I was at a 44 10 years ago. Beachbody has turned my life around. I don't look at the scale anymore. Muscle on average weighs twice as much as fat. So if you start doing a Beachbody workout and start gaining muscle faster than you lose fat, your scale could actually go up, but you could be losing fat. You want to lose 10 pounds of fat, Nestor. That's amazing. Stop looking at the scale. Look at pant size, dress size, what shirt size you're wearing, and how you feel when you're walking up and down stairs. That is a better set of goals in comparison to the scale. It really is. The scale is actually not a good measurement. I hope that helps a little bit. Okay, last question, then we're done. Andrea, we're incorporating everything. Hypnosis, NLP, HUNA, and Greg's going to help you add even more to it. Our team is all about how do we bring everything together, everything that Jason's brought in, everything that we teach, everything that Greg knows, how do we bring it all together to absolutely make a difference in your life the life of our team, and the life of the people that you bring into this. That's the biggest goal that we have. And I know that we ran over. We don't usually do that. But we have a lot of information to share. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for being here. Greg, anything else to add, or are we done?
Nope, that's perfect. Thanks. Thanks, everybody, for attending. I appreciate it. Jason, thank you very much for showing up. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you, Jason, for being here. Thank you guys for being a part of this team. In 2 weeks, we're going to begin our weekly calls, and Greg will be able to share more and more of what we're doing. And Jason will be there at Trainers Training along with Ethan. That's going to be scary as hell in and of itself.
I understand.
I don't understand that. I don't know.
You, not me, so.
I don't know. I don't know. You and my son together at Trainers Training. I'm thinking I got my hands full. I don't know what to do with that. But anyway, it'll be good. It'll be awesome. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to doing all this Beachbody stuff and looking forward to incorporating the team. Thank you all very much. Take care. Aloha. Ahui ho. Class dismissed. Love you all.